Hello, it's MC Uniboob, and I'm actually going to upload a video again because I saw this video on YouTube and I had to make something about it. This video is called Gravity Disproved in 3 minutes. As you can very clearly see, the guy who made this video is on a different intellectual plane to every other person on the entire planet. He speaks truths that we literally won't even be able to fathom just because he is so superior to us in every way. His cock is bigger than ours. He lasts longer in bed than we do. This man is the pinnacle of evolution. If someone asks what an alpha male looks like, you show this guy. If someone asks what a sigma male mindset is, you look at this guy. So let's begin this video. Cock firmly squeezed in our hands and ass cheeks tightly clenched. So this guy is a little thing called a flat earther. They like to call themselves woke or based, but I like to call them morons. So the video starts off with a prick saying that the earth is round and then dropping a microphone saying that gravity exists. He's right, but he's also a prick. I hate Neil deGrasse Tyson, but I'm not going to get into that. As you can see, the next argument made here is a thing of beauty, firmly establishing this man as a higher being than what we are. This man is on a higher plane of existence and just shows that his intellectual superiority is leagues above ours. Of course that disproves gravity. If something goes up, oh, that just means gravity doesn't exist. Oh my god! I hate to be, that guy, but you know when you went up, you know how you came back down? Yeah, that's gravity. As you can hear, there is very intense music being played over the top of this video, and it's for good reason. This man is showing us the true error in our ways. This man, if he isn't the third incarnation of Jesus, whatever the fuck it's called, then I don't know what is. I mean, technically nothing's the third coming of Christ because Jesus never existed in the first place, but we're not going to get into that. As you can see, these people can't seem to grasp that there's things, like forces, that affect how an object moves that isn't gravity. This man has discovered magnetism, a thing that can counteract the effects of gravity, because if a magnet is stronger than the Earth's gravitational pull, you guessed it, it doesn't go down. His point is that that magnet is making more gravity than the Earth is, which is why all the things are pulling up to it, which is why he thinks it doesn't exist. But these people can't fathom that there's more than just gravity. This has nothing to do with gravity, it's all magnetism. Oh, but if you weren't convinced by the two previous arguments, you're gonna be convinced by this one, mate. Look at the balloon. Look, it's going up. Like, shouldn't gravity be pulling it down? Oh my god. Okay, so this is the worst argument he possibly could have used, because the way this works is because of gravity. So gravity pulls the air molecules down, and because helium is lighter than air, the air molecules push up the helium. Think of it as dropping something in water, and the water rises. It's a little different, but it's pretty much the same thing. So one of the main arguments he used to disprove gravity only happens due to gravity. He is a genius. If this doesn't prove we're dealing with an omnipotent being, then I don't know what does, because you have to be some sort of god in order to have the balls in order to upload this thing to the internet. Ah, the Slinky, the humble children's toy. Who would have thought that we would all have our opinions changed for once and for all just because of a toy we used to play with as children? But wait, the top of the Slinky's going down. It's still falling. How does this disprove gravity? It's falling. What the what the fuck? And now, the final piece of evidence to prove that gravity does not exist. Okay? Ready yourself. This is gonna be big. Okay, I'll be honest, it wasn't that big. As you can see, I don't know what I'm looking at here, in all honesty. I don't know what he's trying to prove. Like, I'm stumped on this one. Not because of his argument, but because I'm kind of confused as what his argument actually is. Like, what's he arguing about? Because, like, if he's trying to prove that gravity doesn't exist by saying, oh, look, these things float on the water, then why is he dropping things that don't float on the water in there? Because they sink. If his entire point is that gravity isn't pulling the things down because it's on water, why is he then throwing things that gravity pulls down? He's just confirming that gravity's real. Again, for the 4th time. So his entire point is that everything is just mass and buoyancy. Which, first of all, mass isn't a force. So how do you explain how you go up and then come back down and don't just float into the universe? But anyway, that's not the point. Explain the helium balloon. If everything is just mass and buoyancy, explain how the helium balloon goes up. Exactly. You can't. Because it doesn't work. You can't disprove something you already don't understand. You need to understand it first and then try and disprove it. Something that you very clearly haven't done. I have an experiment for you. How do I pronounce that? Mop sounds. My experiment for you, toilet plunger sounds, is jump off a cliff. Anyway, that was a video. You're welcome. So, have I ever told you the story about how I took a shit in the school toilet? So basically, it was about 3:45, like, after school, so no one would, like, go out and find you, because, like, that's why you don't take a shit in the school toilet. Like, no one would find me, so I went to the toilet, though, really, really terrible. You could find I went to the toilets, right, and for some reason, despite the toilet flush being terrible, I decided that this is going to be the #1 biggest shit I would ever take in my entire life, right? And it was huge, it was like a foot long, right? And like, I checked on it the next day and it was still there. And the weirdest part about it is that it was gone the day after. Like, it wouldn't be that weird that it was gone if it wasn't there the day after. Like, that's really weird, because I just accidentally, the cleaners could have took it because it was still there the first day, but the second day, it's gone. That means someone stole it. Someone stole the shit I took.